Good morning students, welcome back to Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School online classes. Students, today we are going to start one of our another chapter from class 6 in civics, that is our chapter number 5, Panchayati Raj. Students, all of you are well aware about this thing that in village areas or in rural areas, the one system that rules the people, that listen to the you can say wishes of the people or fulfill the demand of the people, is the panchayat system. So, and who involves under panchayat system? Basically, the head of the panchayat is the sarpanch, and along with sarpanch, panches are also there, which are the and members also along with the sarpanch, who work for the welfare of the people or who work for the welfare of the village. So, in this chapter, we will study about Panchayati Raj system. So, let's study students. Students, before starting with the chapter, you can clearly see here in this picture that 5 people or 6 people are sitting here and rest all the villagers are sitting here. Now, in all these people, the person who is sitting in the center is the sarpanch and the rest are the members or the panches, and these all are the villagers. So basically there is one meeting going on here which is known as Gram Sabha, where the villagers are telling their problems to the panch, that is the sarpanch and the other panches, and they will work accordingly to solve the problem of the villagers or the other people who are present in the village. So let's see students. Now see, as I already explained you this thing, Gram Sabha meeting or Gram meeting is going on here. Gram means village. Meeting means a place where people gathered together to provide solution to a particular problem. So what do you mean by Gram meeting? A place where generally Chopal is the place which used to be found there in the villages, where the sarpanch, that is the head of the village, other panches and the villagers used to coincide, used to gather together to take decision over a particular issue. So that Gram meeting is going on here, and that Gram meeting is also known as Gram Panchayat, where all the decisions are taken by sarpanch and the panches or sarpanch and the members for the welfare of the villagers. Now you can see here, now the first thing is Gram Sabha. What is Gram Sabha? Already told you, Gram means villages, Sabha means association, means a place where all the villagers are coming together to come to solve a particular problem, or the place where various decisions are taken for the welfare of the villagers. So that is what mentioned here, that the Gram Sabha meeting begins with the Panchayat President. What do you mean by Panchayat President? Panchayat President means the head of the Panchayat. So who is the Panchayat President or who is the head of the Panchayat? That is your sarpanch, and along with sarpanch, other members are also there who are present in this Gram Sabha, who are present in this Gram meeting to discuss on various issues to solve the problem of people. Now here in this chapter, one problem or one discussion is there regarding the villagers or regarding the people of Hardas village. Now what is said here, in that village, in Hardas village, basically people goes through or they suffers the problem of water storage in their area. So various issues like water storage issues, or you can say garbage heap issues. You have seen this thing na, that in villages at different areas lots of garbage heaps are there. Garbage heap issues, water storage issues, proper sanitation facilities issues, availability of wells and ponds issue. All these issues were used to solved at a particular place or in a particular meeting called as Gram Sabha. I told you regarding panches, regarding the panchayat's president or head, that is sarpanch. Now see what is happened here. As I already told you that this story is regarding Hardas village, where people are discussing regarding a particular problem, and that problem is regarding water storage problem. So they were discussing how that problem can be solved. Now before coming to the story or this problem related to the people of Hardas village, one more information is mentioned here, that is regarding ward. Now what is ward, student? You need to understand this thing. See, the whole village is very big area, you know that. So the whole village is divided into different number of parts, and each part is called as or is named as a ward, and each ward is having a particular member. Suppose this area is there, from this area a particular person just got up in election as a member. Person of this area are going to vote to this person. After being elected, this person became member of this ward. Now what will happen? All the persons of this area, as they have voted this person and elected him, whatever issues, whatever problem they are facing in this ward, to whom they are going to describe that? They are going to describe that or tell that to the person whom they have elected as their ward member, and that ward member is allowing or is providing that same information or issue or discuss that with the sarpanch and other members, and then final discussion come on that how that problem can be solved. Now see what is said here, that it is explained here that all the persons in the villages, they are deciding that we need to bring certain permanent solution of the water storage problem in our area, because the ground level water in Hardas village is declining day by day. So what steps can be taken in order that this can be retained properly? That is what they are discussing here. Now what they are saying? They are saying a villager called Tija begins meeting by saying that the water problem in Hardas has become very acute. What they are saying ki in the, as I already told you, in their area, in Hardas village area, they are facing the problem of water scarcity, and this particular villager Teja also explained that water scarcity is up to this extent in our area that a woman needs to go through or woman needs to travel almost 3 kilometers away from the village to fetch water. So definitely, as women are getting troubled and whole family members or all villagers are getting trouble, some permanent solution to this problem needs to be taken out. So what they suggested or what they think over this problem to solve this issue, they said that they need to search the various sources for water availability. So they said that overhead tank and suru, that means the source of water where water can be easily obtained, that needs to be implemented in the village so that water can be easily available to each and every member of the village. But this process of obtaining water supply through overhead tank or through suru is very expensive method. What does that mean? The sarpanch is not having that much amount of fund in his hand that he can opt for these techniques to solve the problem of water storage problem in their area or in Hardas village. So one other person is also saying, who is saying that we need to clean the wells and the ponds that are available in our area so that we can solve this problem of water scarcity. In this way, all the persons are giving their suggestion that what can be done in order to solve this problem. Now after Teja, one other member is there, that is Anwar, who tell everyone that they need to start following such sort of technique which help in conserving water and recharging the ground level water. So basically what he wants to say, that people first of all needs to stop wasting water. He have observed this thing. That is why he said that the first or the initial steps that's needed to be taken by people is to conserve the water. That can be done through various techniques like rainwater harvesting and other techniques as well, so that the ground level water can be recharged automatically, and this problem of water storage can be solved easily. Now what happened? They said there is one of the village in Maharashtra where people are using this technique of water conservation, and they used to recharge, they used to refill the ground water level. And he told that this person, means Anwar's brother, he used to reside in Maharashtra, and his brother gave this suggestion to Anwar that in their area, that is in Maharashtra, people used watershed technique or watershed development technique, and with the help of this technique, people do not face the problem of water scarcity in their area. For that, the government obviously need to spend the money, and the government will allot money for this, so that this problem can be sorted out in the Hardas village. So everyone thought that this is a very interesting idea, and same proposal was presented by Anwar in front of all the panches and in front of Sarpanch in the Gram meeting. So what happened later on? Later on, they decided that they are going to use this technique of watershed development only, which was applied in Maharashtra in their own area also. Firstly, because that is not expensive, and secondly, that is easily affordable by the Sarpanch, and secondly, it will solve the problem of water shortage in their area. So first topic that was discussed in the Gram Sabha meeting regarding the water storage problem was solved by discussing. Now the second agenda or the second topic that was discussed in Hardas village, agenda means propaganda regarding proposal, you can say what particular problem issue is there with the people. So second problem that people or the villagers discussed with the Sarpanch is regarding the BPL. Now what is BPL? You need to understand this thing, students. BPL stands for below poverty line. You have seen this thing that in villages government used to provide a yellow card to all the people who are living below poverty line. Now who are these people who are living below poverty line? Basically they are very poor people who cannot afford even 2 times meal for themselves. So the government have decided that all those people in the villages who are extremely poor or who are very poor, and as per the decision of Sarpanch and other members, all the people who are listed under BPL would be provided things at a very cheap rate than the market rate. For example, those people who are having this yellow card, that is who are under BPL, they would be provided grains, they would be provided wheat at a very cheap rate, at a very low rate than that one which is prevailing in the market. So they are discussing regarding that, where in the Gram Sabha, in the Gram meeting, all the villagers with the Sarpanch and its members. Now what will happen? As one of the members start reading the name of the person, all the villages are sitting here, Sarpanch is here, Panches are here. As one of the members start reading the name of the person, that these are the persons who are involved under BPL. What happened? One of the person whisper. What do you mean by whispering? Murmuring. That is to speak so slowly that the person in front would not be able to understand what this person understand. And what they are whispering, what they are saying Natwar has just bought a color TV and his son has sent him a new motorcycle. When that list was read by member, one of the name in that list was of Natwar. So those people were discussing, were whispering that if Natwar is having this much money with him, that he can bought a colored TV for himself, and just recently his son gifted him a motorbike. How can Sarpanch decide this thing that he is poor and his name listed to be there in BPL list? So they are discussing over that matter. So they said he did not deserve to be under the list of below poverty line. Now what happened? They said he cannot be under below poverty line. So Surajmal also one of the villager, he also mutters or whispers to the person sitting next to him, and what he said? He said, Saroj says to Sukhi Bai and Saroj, all these are characters or name of the villagers. So Saroj says to Sukhi Bai that how did Birju's name get onto the list? How it is possible that Birju's name is in this list? Now let us see what is regarding Birju's contents. He said that he has so much of land. What does that mean? That means he is one of the biggest landlord in the village. And if he is one of the biggest land in the village, that means he is not having any sort of scarcity of money with him. He can easily buy all the things from the market, even at good rate also. So how Birju's name is there in the list? Now you can see all the villagers are criticizing or whispering among themselves only regarding this issue. Network name should not be there, Birju's name should not be there. Why these names should not be there? Because these people are having enough money with them that they can buy these things from the market at the suitable rates. Now what happened? They said that all the landless laborers who really need this, their name is not present in this list. So what happened? They said that Om Prakash is a landless laborer who can barely make end meets, yet his name is not on the list. Now they are whispering. Obviously students, this is wrong na. You see, one person who is already rich and can easily afford things at market rate, his name is there in the list. But one person who is very poor person, that is Om Prakash, who is a landless laborer, who is not having his own land and would not be able to afford the 2-time meals, his name is still not there in the list. So what happened? Natwar and Birju are friends of Amir Chand. Now people are whispering this thing that Natwar and Birju, they are a friend of Amir Chand, and Amir Chand is one of the member of Gram Panchayat, and as a friend Amir Chand favor these two persons, Natwar and Birju. That is, they are not in need of BPL card, but still they will be allotted with the one. So what happened? Sukhibai says that Amir Chand was the earlier Jamindar, that is the landowner of the village, and still has control over lots of land that is present inside the village. So what happened? They were discussing over these matters that these things are not right, and Om Prakash's name needed to be listed in that list. So the Sarpanch, that is the president head, when he observed this thing that people are whispering, then he asked that anyone from the whole village, if they want to say anything, please speak or please come ahead and let me know the issue, that what is the problem. So what happened? Basically Saroj tries to provoke Surajmal, that Surajmal go ahead and tell these problems regarding Birju and Natwar to the Sarpanch, so that he will also come to know about this fact. But he keeps quiet. Why they are keeping quiet? Because they know this thing. Anyhow, not now, but maybe in future they will be needing help of the Sarpanch or its member, and if now they are going to criticize the Sarpanch or its member, in future their work will not be done by them. That is why, although they know the truth, but they prefer to keep quiet. So what happened? Amir Chand is sitting in the Gram Sabha, keeping an eye on everyone. He is watching everyone, that who is the person who is going against me and is telling to the Sarpanch that I did a wrong deed. So that is what happened here. Then Saroj gets up. He just showed some efforts. She gets up and said that Om Prakash's name should be in the BPL list. this woman, this lady tell to Sarpanch that Om Prakash, I told you na that he was one of the landless labor. Om Prakash was one of the landless labor and his name must be there in BPL list because he did not have this much money even with him that he can afford 2-time meals for himself. After knowing all these conditions, the Sarpanch asked that if this person is so poor, why his name is not there and how his name's missed out. Then he asked, who asked? The Sarpanch asked that who did the survey for these BPL families. Then Om Prakash, then one of the person who go for the survey for making BPL cards replied that when we went for making the BPL card, what we observed that Om Prakash house was locked. No one was there in Om Prakash and we went 2-3 times there, but as no one was there, that is why his name got missed out from the BPL list. Then after going or listening all this situation, the Sarpanch gave instruction to Om Prakash family or all the persons who were engaged in the survey that just go again to Om Prakash family and check his income level, and if he is really poor then his name must be there in the BPL list so that he can take advantage of it. So students, finally after the decision of the Sarpanch, the survey team goes to his house and finally his name is in that list. So student, this is regarding Gram Sabha, where I told you how the Gram Panchayat president, that is the Sarpanch, and all the panches, all the members are there. They discuss on certain issues with the villagers and try to come on the conclusion to sort out or to solve all the problems of the villagers. The next topic is the Gram Panchayat. Now see students, again I always used to see this thing to you, Gram represent village only, Panchayat sort of court you can say, where people, where Sarpanch and all these members are gathering to take a particular issue. So what they said that the Gram Panchayat meets regularly and one of its main tasks is to implement development programs for the village that come under it. All the development programs that come under the Gram Sabha, they needed to be discussed in Gram Panchayat only. Now the question is, what sort of development programs? Like I suppose proper streets are not there, so development program can be there regarding the building or the construction of roads. If they are already constructed and not in proper condition, then the development program is on the maintenance of road, maintenance of street light, maintenance of parks, maintenance of wells, ponds and other sources of water. So their main function of Gram Panchayat is discuss on those issues which helps in the development of the villagers. Now what happens in different states, Gram Sabhas have different committees. What does they used to do? The Gram Sabha form different committee, that all the members who are under this committee, they will look after at this issue. All the person who are in this committee, they will look after at this issue, so that the whole work is divided into different chunk and all the problem can be easily sorted out. For example, in some of the places construction committee is there, construction development committee is there, as I already give you the example. So the main aim of this construction development committee is to see what are the various areas in the villages where construction is required, like I give you the example of street making, etc. Other sort of committees are also there, like you can say garbage cleaning committee can be there, whose job is to see. Nowadays you see this thing, earlier this concept was not there in villages, but now in villages also you have seen this thing, that the Sarpanch from his side send a particular bullock cart in front of the person's house so that they can just put all their garbage in that van, garbage van. So what is that? That would come under a particular committee, and that is the job of that committee. So in this way all the different committees perform different tasks. So what is happened here? Now it is said that We have already discussed regarding the problem of Hardas village and what suggestion they gave. We have discussed on that also. So what is said here, when the Hardas Gram Panchayat held a meeting, this point was brought up again by some of the members, that is by the panches. This meeting was attended by the Sarpanch, ward members and the secretary. This can be asked to you. What are the important elements or who are the important members of Gram Panchayat? First important member is your Sarpanch, that is your Panchayat president. Then is your ward member. I already told you what is ward, what are or who are ward members, and all the panches. Now what is said here, that Gram Panchayat members first discussed on the suggestion of the hand pumps and various issues. We have already discussed on these things, that how the people of Hardas village comes to a conclusion to solve the problem of water scarcity in their area, and finally they adopt the scheme of watershed development that was given by one of their member only. Watershed development to raise the groundwater level in their area or in their village. Now see students, one particular term is here, that is block development officer. Students, you have listened this thing many times. BDO office is here. Now what is that BDO? That BDO is block development officer office. Now the question is, what is the role of this BDO? See students, I already told you. The Sarpanch is the head of the Panchayat, is the head of the village. He needs to do certain work for the benefit or for the welfare of the people. Say for example, I told you, he wants to construct streets in the villages. So if he wants to construct streets in the villages, he needs fund, that is resources, money. From where he is going to arrange that money? The Sarpanch will, along with the help of all the panches and all the ward members, he prepared a plan, that which plan? Welfare plan, that they want to develop watershed development, they want to construct street light or street roads and etc. And Sarpanch along with some ward members, with that ready plan, they used to carry that plan to BDO, block district officer. Block district officer just go through that plans, and if he feels satisfied that yes, this welfare program or this development program needs to be implemented in this village, he pays or he got agreed that yes, payment would be made to you. So the Sarpanch is getting this fund, this amount from BDO, that is block district officer, and the BDO or the block district officer is getting this amount from the district or from the district. Like if we talk about Jhajjar, you talk in Bahadurgarh, suppose BDO office is there, he is going to get that fund from district Jhajjar head. District Jhajjar is getting that amount from the state, Haryana state government. So in this way, in this chain, this money used to flow till the last point, and hence it got implemented for the welfare of the people. So that was the role of the BDO. Hope you understand. This sequence follows students. Again I am saying, now how this sequence work, that is clearly explained here. You can see here, which is your 3 level of panchayats. Basically there are 3 level of panchayats, and we are going to study about it here in detail. Now firstly, if we talk about Gram Panchayat in Hardas village, first one that we took the concept is regarding Panchayati Raj system. So the one of the level of panchayat is Panchayati Raj system at the local level. Then thereafter in rural areas Gram Panchayat are there. How that work for the welfare of people of the villages, that we have already discussed, where the panches, the village members, all are responsible for the welfare of the people. Now see, thereafter block level is there. I told you Hardas village they goes to BDO, block district officer. So first one is your local, then is your block officer, which is your second level, who will pass the bill that, or the, you can say, plan which was discussed by the Sarpanch or his members. Thereafter, students, Panchayati Samiti is there, which has many Gram Panchayat under it. One BDO or one block district officer did have many of Panchayat Samitis or many grams or villages under him, and his job is to provide or to allocate funds to all these villages after going through the plan, so that they can work for themselves. Thereafter, students, moving ahead, the next is your I told you district level, and from district they used to collect it, jisko you also used to say it as Jila Parishad. What do you mean by Jila? Jila means district. So Jila Parishad is also there, that is your one of the another level, and from Jila Parishad or district level, from where that fund is coming, that is coming directly from the state level, from the high authority, so that the overall development can take place. So basically, what are three levels we have studied? First one is at the panchayat level, low level, from where he is going to arrange the fund, that is from block level. Then is your Jila Panchayat. Third one is your Jila Panchayat head. Jila means district, which I already give you example. So this is the chain in which the fund flows from top to bottom, from Jila straight to Jila Parishad, that is district, and from district to BDO, and from BDO to the Sarpanch or to the head of the village, and then the development of the village take place. So this is the series, or these are the three level of panchayats. So students, that's it about our topic, and I hope you understand this chapter very well. And now let's discuss the question answer of the chapter. First question is, what problem did the villagers in Hardas village face? What did they do to solve this problem? What problem they were facing? They were facing the problem of water scarcity. And how they solved this problem? They decided that they are going to grow more and more trees, they are going to conserve water, and they are going to adopt for the technique of watershed development. The next is, what in your opinion is the importance of the Gram Sabha? Do you think all the members should attend Gram Sabha meetings? Why? What is the importance of Gram Sabha? All the important decisions regarding the welfare of the village take place in Gram Sabha only. And yes, it is important for all the members to attend the Gram Sabha meeting, because these members only represent the ideas or the problems of the people in front of the Sarpanch. So to attend the meeting is compulsory for them or must for them. Then is, what is the link between a Gram Sabha and the Gram Panchayat? All the members, ward members. Thereafter, next is, take an example of any one task done by a panchayat in your area and find out the following. First one is, why it was taken up. In an area, several issues are there. One is saying garbage problem is there, another is saying water shortage problem is there, someone else is saying sanitation problem is saying, someone is saying proper roads are not there. So it is not possible for the Sarpanch to allocate or to work on all the topics. So what they will do, they among all these topics, they just took up one. So in your area, you have to find out that in Gram Sabha, why only that particular topic is given much weightage or much importance as compared to others. The next is, where the money came from. This I already discussed with you. Whether or not the work has been completed, you have to see. After this plan is made, money is allocated to the Sarpanch, the work is done in your village or not. The next is, what is the difference between Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat? That I already told you students in detail in the chapter. Now you are going to read this story. This is in the form of passage only, like I discussed you as an example of Hardas village story. In the same way it is also there, and two questions are there that you will try to do on your own, because the story is very simple and is in the same way like the Hardas village story. find out more about watershed development and how it can benefit an area. This I have already discussed with you. This was one of the technique that was earlier opted in Maharashtra, and from Maharashtra that idea was taken and was implemented in Hardas village also, that helps in increasing the level of the water and recharging the ground level water. And as it is not much expensive, that it is operated, or the Sarpanch has opted for this idea in the village to solve the problem of water scarcity in their area. So students, that's it about our topic. I hope you understand the topic well, and just you will go through the chapter properly, and you will try your level best so that you will be able to understand the facts on a better norm. So thank you so much, students.